Thank you. Thank you. Recording in progress.
Hey everybody, welcome to Stocks Numbers Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. It's almost 11 a.m. Eastern. Today's date is Thursday, May 21. Welcome everyone. We're going to have a fun session today. We're going to do some analysis top down on gold and NASDAQ. There was some big news in the markets regarding lots of money going into quantum computing sector, $2 billion. And the quantum computing securities took off. Those ones we've been watching, Rigetti, RGTI, QBTS, and IONQ. They started Wall Street on a pump, and maybe they've recovered a little bit, but they were up as much as 20%. So if you got a little bit in the quantum computing sector, could be the future, could be the hot new sector in years to come. So that's the fun part about the stock market, guys. There's always opportunities and there's always money coming in. There's going to be outflow of money going out as well. But that's why it's important to learn how to be patient and look for your dip buys and wait for pullbacks. And then there's catalysts that drive market movers. And we had NVIDIA's earnings yesterday. Again, another beat on NVIDIA. It's no surprise. They're red today. They're down 2% right now, but that's normal. They've had a historic run, so there's some profit taking pullbacks in the markets, and there might be opportunities again to get back in. So guys, let's have a great day. Let's get started. We're gonna go till 1 p.m. Eastern like yesterday. At the end of yesterday's call, the last 10-15 minutes, my computer froze and I had to end the session. So I hope right after we got into that trade and we closed it out. So I hope my computer does not freeze today. And I hope we have a good session. Okay, guys? So let's just get started with today's news before we get to gold and NASDAQ. On deck over here, okay, there is some news. Iranian official denies reports that Iran's supreme leader said that uranium must stay in Iran. So we've got some news coming out of Iran. Today was one of those days where it's all of the flash manufacturing, flash services news throughout the board. So it started in Europe, in France, in Germany, went into UK, and then it came over into New York during the Wall Street hours. We also had earlier at 8:30, we had the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. We had our weekly unemployment claims come out every Thursday at 8:30. Numbers relatively nothing impacting here. 212,000 was the last week's. They were projecting 210 and it came out 209. So nothing big on unemployment. Building permits were up in the U.S. Housing starts were up in the U.S. That's good news. And we had natural gas storage come out. And our afternoon, we're going to have in the U.S. FOMC member Barkin speaking at 12:20. Just after in the noon, but I don't think it's going to have any dramatic impacts, but we'll see his remarks over here on Financial Juice when things come in. Okay, so that's our news today. Tomorrow, if you guys are trading again, not much news tomorrow, but just treat it as a Friday. And if you've had a good week, you guys know the drill. You guys know what to do. Limit your trading down to a Friday, maybe take the day off. If you're in drawdown this week, maybe have a plan going into Friday. Don't overdo it and don't over leverage going into the weekend and start your week off even worse next week. So trade smart, guys. Earnings. Okay, so big earnings last night after hours with NVIDIA. Did anybody listen in on the conference call? Did you guys hear guidance? The data centers were unbelievable, generating revenue. So that's going to be the future, are these data centers. They're bringing in a lot of revenue for NVIDIA, and on the conference call said more and more to come in the near future. So that's a positive. That's great. And if you are invested in NVIDIA, congratulations. The future looks very bright with that corporation. Might be first corporation to hit $6 trillion, and it is currently Wall Street's darling security right now. In the morning, guys, we had some pre-market earnings. Walmart, good numbers, but guidance wasn't that great. Okay. They beat their earnings per share, they beat their revenue. However, they're down right now. I believe the last I checked, they were down 5%. So guidance was not the greatest. NEO reported, John Deere reported, and some other notable names. In the after hours today, we've got Workday, Decker Brands, and Webull Corporation. Some of you guys maybe trade with this platform over here, and Zoom Communications, to all of our Zoom members over here. Okay, guys. So that's our earnings for the rest of the day, and our day-to-day news right over here. Here was our pre-market earnings with Walmart. Walmart stock falls after Q2 outlook disappoints. So this is the guidance that I'm always talking about, future guidance. Sometimes CEOs have positive future guidance and are laying down a pipeline of what things to come. Wall Street on this particular earnings call, the outlook was disappointing, wasn't as upbeat. And right now they're down 7% right now. So last I checked a while back, an hour ago, they were down 5%. So they're now leading the market with down 7%. So Walmart is expected to deliver yet again as consumers seek out value, but the guidance and what causes that, maybe tariffs, high inflation, maybe they're seeing maybe a reduced number of customers coming in, but that's the guidance they gave for the next quarter in the next 3 months, going through the summer months. Okay, the bond market is sending a clear signal to the Fed. So this is Kevin Warsh. This is going to be our new FOMC chairperson. He is replacing Mr. Powell. So we will be seeing him during our next FOMC sessions together. So right now, stocks slip after Iranian supreme leader sends the oil upward. Nvidia is down just less than 2% right now. But that's okay. That's a modest pullback. It's not down 10%. It's not down like 7% like Walmart. They had great earnings. So you got to consider it is trading near all-time highs. There is profit taking. And after earnings, you maybe see, even with positive and beats, you'll see traders start to realize some profit, so maybe they had option calls going into the earnings and they want to realize some profit. Day traders, intraday traders, swing traders, just like when you take out some profit in the market, that's what happens. Stocks slip, but they can come right back up. Okay. So 4 important takeaways from NVIDIA's earnings. Here's a great article. If you never got in on the earnings call or listened in, quick little article you can read. NVIDIA beats on earnings, issues upbeat outlook. So that's good. 30-year treasury yield is pushing a major bond ETF back toward 2007 levels. So our 30-year bonds in the US right now are above 5%. That's the first time since 2007. And you guys know what happened in 2007. We had a financial crisis at that time. We're not there yet. The markets are still all-time highs, and employment looks good. So, but just inflation is a little high right now. The dollar is still not sinking. The dollar is still strong. But guys, we got to keep an eye on the 30-year bonds, okay, and the 10-year, because that affects our short term. 10-year bonds affect the mortgage rates, the 5-year fixed and variable rates. So we have to keep an eye on this because it could change the direction of the markets this year and next year. Okay, so we really got to keep an eye on this. Again, the 30-year treasury yield, first time it's above 5% since 2007. Okay, so that is concerning. We got to keep an eye on that. This was the big news today with IBM right now up 7% and quantum computing sector. The US to invest $2 billion in IBM and other quantum computing firms, and they're already listed. Thanks to Sherry in our Discord. I'm just going to show over here in our equities. Sherry made a nice post right over here. If you guys can see on my left side of my chart right over here, where Sherry posted here this morning, President Donald Trump's administration announced a major new initiative to support the U.S. quantum computing industry. About $2 billion in federal grants to 9 quantum computing companies, with the U.S. government also taking minority equity stakes in some of these firms. So you guys remember when U.S. invested 10% in Intel, and it shot up. Go look at the charts, and it went up 100, 200, 300% plus. So look at the US government. They are investing in publicly traded companies. This is the first time I've ever seen or heard of this since Donald Trump's administration, but this is what world we're living in right now. So follow the money. Biggest companies receiving funding. Thank you, Sherry, to this unbelievable report. So IBM is expected to receive about $1 billion, the largest share. That's why they're up 7% right now. Global Foundries may receive about 375 million. And in our other quantum computing securities, D-Wave Quantum, that's QBTS, Rigetti Computing, that's RGTI, PSI Quantum, Atom Computing, Quantum, and Inflection, and Dirac, all over here. So you can follow these, add these to your watch list. These are probably the bigger ones, D-Wave and Rigetti, and IONQ is not listed on here. There's reports that they received 59 million. They were up today. That's the one I'm day trading. I'm rinsing and repeating that security. So thank you, Sherry. That's an unbelievable report and awesome. And there's Forsberg's dividend report coming in with all his dividends. Amazing. So dividends can earn passive income, and covered call options are passive income. It's the easiest way to make money as you get older, and you don't have to do any trading or effort. Just do some research on dividend yield securities and buy some shares, and you can have it direct reinvested. And when you get that cash payment every quarter, it can go in and continue to buy more shares of that company, so that you can build your dividend securities and get $500 a month, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 into your retirement. So that's a fantastic way to earn passive income. So thank you, Sherry, for that amazing report, and keep us updated with what's going on. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go back to newsfeed in case we see any breaking news, and let's just continue chugging along here. You can see right there, there's QBTS. Right now they are up 24%, 25% right there. They're up almost $5 a share. Walmart is down 7%, IBM up 7.25%, RGTI, Rigetti up 24%. Okay, Intuit, like, things go up, things go down. Intuit is down 20% right now. So there is the winners and there is some losers as well in the markets. Okay, guys, we sent out a few signals over here. This was earlier, short gold at 4517, and you can see how it played out here. We got some volume pushing down. That was about a 100 to 150 pip move. Then it came back up again, and then bearish engulfing candle, back down, came up. You can see how many times it got rejected. Then they pushed for the new lower low. Look at the wicks right there at 45.17, right at that static resistance. Then finally, we got the gold breaking down right there. So congratulations to those that got that, about almost 300 pips. That could be your potential daily goal. On the indices right now, we're looking for a short on gold, or sorry, short on NASDAQ at 29,150. And again, it's barcoding blue, black, blue, black, but now it's starting to come down. So maybe fill this wick and continue dropping down. Maybe get it down to 28,980 and 960 down in here for 100, 200 pips. But right now it's running about 60 to 80 pips currently. We'll do a top-down analysis and we'll mark up that area and we'll continue to watch it, okay? And guys, if you want trade ideas and signals, we do provide these to the group. For everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining. There is a free Telegram channel pinned at the top of YouTube. Here's all of our YouTube links. We post the upcoming links so you know what time the next day we are trading. It's kind of like a little forward guidance for you guys. And we love your input. Thank you to Jiri. We love your input. And some before and after of the trade ideas. This was NASDAQ yesterday. And also, guys, some stock market trading securities again. And Dave trades New York sessions, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, COMEX and Wall Street, and some before and after picks with Dave and the snipers in Zoom and Discord. Okay, guys, so there's the free Telegram link here. There's promos and giveaways available for you guys with this link. And if you guys want to join the team, you're welcome to join the team here at Stock Sniper Trading. Visit our website, and there is this current promo going on for the premium plan where you get all of those signals, trade ideas, the Discord private community, all of the education through blogs, courses, quizzes, webinars, boot camps, all the education we provide, and the Discord community, and all of the live sessions that we do. Use this promo code and join the team. We look forward to seeing you guys. And if you want the free blogs, they're all available over here on our blog section. Okay. And finally, guys, if you guys can kindly leave us a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we can get 97,600 today. We can get that psychological number, another 26 more subs on today's call. Will make the day great. Okay, so let's get started with a little analysis. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome everyone on Zoom. Thanks for joining. Lukeman, Mike, good morning. Welcome, Ron. Thank you for joining. Oh, thanks for reminding us. Thank you, Rob. Or Ron, thank you for reminding us. U.S. market may be slow this Friday and Monday, Memorial Day. Thank you. So banks close Monday, guys. So just remember that going into the weekend, and great heads up. Thanks for reminding us. So if you're looking to trade on Friday and you're looking to hold positions over the weekend, just remember it's the Memorial Day long weekend in the U.S. and U.S. banks will be closed on Monday, and Wall Street may be closing earlier. You could look at your securities, look with your brokers and prop firms. They might close earlier than normal, and you may get stuck holding a trade that you didn't intend. So here's your heads up, and thanks to Ron for reminding us. We appreciate it. Justin, welcome. Tony, thank you for joining. And everyone on YouTube, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for everyone joining. Let's get started. So let's just see if there was any breaking news right now. Secretary of State Rubio is speaking. A tolling system in the Strait of Hormuz would make a diplomatic deal unfeasible. So they're looking for a tolling system in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, 31 ships passed through the Strait of Hormuz with the IRGC coordination. Okay, and Trump is making an announcement with the EPA chief. There's a live link right there if you want to watch it. Breaking news at just after 10 a.m. here. Iran and Oman are discussing a permanent Hormuz toll. Okay, so there's toll talk in the markets about the Strait of Hormuz. Now, let's get into it, guys. So right now, gold, you can see how it's moving. It's still a little choppy. Black, blue, black, blue, black, blue. Inside here could build and break out, or it could continue to consolidate and push down. But I'm going to start on a daily, bring it down to the hourly, and then finally get it down to the 5 minutes. And I'll do the same for NASDAQ. And hopefully, maybe we can see if the market is trending, and maybe look for a few setups. So this is gold right now. You guys know I can start my top down all the way up here from the all-time high of 5,600 and start bringing it down. You see lower highs, another lower high, like an M pattern trying to break down. But right here at this location, right here at the neckline, you see it's not really breaking down bearish as of yet. Okay, you can see it tested there Tuesday, came back up yesterday, and today we might be coming back down. But the daily candles are consolidating right here. Black, blue, black. So we might have one more attempt to come back up, or we might get the flush to come down and start taking out this double bottom. So this is where we got to start our analysis on the daily, is right in this zone right over here, because this is where we're trading right now. Okay, so I don't need to focus too much on the all-time high, because I don't think today in 2 hours we're going to break through all of this structure, and break through all of that and fill that wick and go to all-time high. Unless something dramatic happens around the world, who knows? But I don't think we're going to get it on this call. So what we're going to do is start off with this location right here. Here's a daily point of interest, 4840. And I'm just going to mark it with my colors, yellow line, make it thicker for all of us that can't see. And above it, you see there's a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick right above it. So I know that those were impulse moves by the buyers that failed and could not get it above there. So I acknowledge that area with a zone just like that. I make it fancy, I make it red, and I stretch it into the future, and I'll add an alert at 4840 at that yellow line. If gold ever comes back up there, you guys know the drill. Hopefully you guys join us every single day and you guys know what could potentially happen up there. We could move into it. What happened to my pathway? My pathway is gone. Okay, that's perfect. Sometimes my daughter plays around here. She draws. She does all kinds of things here. Maybe she got rid of my pathway. 1 second. 1 second. Where the hell is it? Normally I have it in my toolbox, and I never have issues. I haven't looked for it in a long time. There it is. You see, she took the star off of it. Or is it not in my toolbox anymore? Why is it not coming up there? She probably traded my account too. Yeah, she probably made all of my drawdown back up. Anytime, guys, you're losing, get your kids to trade for you. They trade with better psychology. They don't trade with emotions. I get my 9-year-old and she'll trade for me. There it is. Okay, we got it. Okay, so you guys know if we come up here, I'll get alerted and it could follow what it just did right here. Come in here and go back down, right? And you guys know the next option, it could come in here, be a false breakout, like something like a little bit bigger where it's a big blue candle and it doesn't close up there. And then it gets rejected with a wick and comes down and then again, retest this. And then it's a sell again. So you got two options to look for sells, but this one shows you that there was a liquidity grab or a fake out, right? So that could strengthen the sell that they scooped the liquidity and ready to move it down, okay? And then the third final option is we break through, but it's not this. It's not a fake out. It actually closes with blue volume above. Then we switch the zone to green to wait for a potential pullback, a retest, and more confirmation. And then we look to buy the market and gold, take it back up and then trade into the structure right over there. Okay. So we can do this on all time frames, daily, hourly, 5 minutes, and you're looking for the same things. That's the beauty of learning to trade because it's basically the same. All candlesticks have the same characteristics. All zones have the same characteristics. It's just you have to pick the time frame that you're comfortable trading. Some traders prefer longer duration, daily, 4 hour. They prefer holding trades for multiple days, and they're considered swing traders. That's fine. Then there's intraday traders who like to trade maybe on the minutes, 15-minute. 30-minute, 1 hour, look to get some trades in the day and close out and not hold overnight. And then there's the crazy traders like myself that are considered scalpers, and we scalp 5-minute or lower, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, even 30 seconds if your broker can give you fills quickly and you're looking for quick executions. And we're looking for small moves, and we're looking to trade more frequently and maybe use a little larger sizing to make up for those small moves and basically trade for less than an hour and get your daily goal and get out. So everyone has different style of trading. It also maybe has to do with your lifestyle. Some of you guys are going to school, maybe can only devote so much hours into the market. Some of you guys are working full time, and you got to pick what works best for you. Okay. You're probably not going to trade like me if you can't trade with that type of mindset, right? So you'll learn, believe me. You'll try all type of trading and you'll learn what's best for you, and you might do all of them. I do all of them as well, but I don't like swing trading or holding Forex. I like holding Nvidia. I like holding Apple because I know that those are appreciating investments. And if they dip, I don't panic because I don't think Nvidia or Apple are going to go bankrupt and I'm going to lose all of my money. I'll look to dollar cost average in. So if I buy Nvidia and it goes down 2%, maybe next day I'll add a few more shares and lower my average. If it keeps dipping, it's not time to panic. Maybe I'll add a few more shares and keep lowering my dollar cost average. Then finally, when it does have a green day and recover, I'm right back in the money. I've accumulated more shares. And then when it starts moving bullish, I can make more money. So that's the different just mindset. Forex is much different than a stock and options market, okay? Because you're trading those trillion-dollar companies. You're trading the big names. With this is different. I don't prefer holding gold overnight, okay? So let's just continue. Now that we've found a red zone, can we complement it with a green zone? Right here, you can see the first bounce where it came down, it stopped right there. There's the bounce right there, 43, 77, 75. And then is there a zone right by that yellow line? Just look backwards. There it is. You can see in 2025 in October, we hit that all-time high. That was an all-time high for gold. And then you see how it came down. And then look at when we revisited it. It took all the way to December of that same year. So it took a couple months and it came back and then it closed positive above. So the same thing is change the color of your zone and make it green. And then you see when it came right back down, it consolidated in that green zone, closed back above. And that's what took us to the all-time high. Now, stretch it into the future. See when we came back down, it bounced off of there, back up. Here is when we broke it. Massive liquidity grab. That was when Donald Trump said everything is a-okay with the Strait of Hormuz. And then you see a double bottom there. And then it took right back off, right up to that neckline. So you see there's a red block in the market. It didn't take off and go to the all-time high. There's a block. There's offers. There's sellers saying, we're not going to the all-time high. We're stopping right here and that's it. So stretch this zone into the future because we may be revisiting this very, very soon. Look at now, black, blue, black. If it breaks this, we could be down here tomorrow or next week. Okay. And then we got to consider, is it going to bounce off of this? Is it going to come down here and bounce and go back up? Remember, 3 options at zones. I showed you the 3 options at the red zone. So now we're just doing the opposite at the green zone. Guys, pay attention to this because you're going to learn something right here. And you can do this on all time frames. Listen to what I'm saying. So just like I showed you the red option, it could come up to the red box and go down. Look at what I'm showing you with the green box. It could come down and go back up. Right? Just a nice little bounce. And with the red one I showed you, there could be a fake out, come back up, a wick, close back below the red box, and continue drop. Watch. The same is true for the green zone. Watch. Opposite. Okay? When you understand one, you can understand the other one. So now to follow this option 2, look at the bullish option 2. It breaks. It's a big black candle just like this. It just like this one was a big black candle, and then it swept the liquidity, came back up with the massive wick, and closed above the green zone. So this is what I'm trying to illustrate here. If it comes down, catches a wick, comes back up, closes, and then retests the green zone, option 2, it goes up. There's the example. There it came down black, back up, closed, retested it, and then came back down, double bottom, 1 bottom, 2 bottom, liquidity grab. That's an A+ setup at this particular zone. You can take the buy. Right? So same thing. And then the only other one is if we flip this zone bearish, we're going down. So if sellers are coming down just like this day where it was black, 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 and it closes down there like this, for example, if we come down black, 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 and it closes here, not a wick, closes black, then when the dip buyers are buying it up, they might trade back into this block and now the block is red and offers. And then the sellers are there to push it down and fill that wick and continue to drive down right down to this location. I'll even tell you guys in advance, mark that zone right there. Look at the psychological number, 3,925, and it was a double bottom with a little liquidity grab right over here back in October, okay? See how pattern recognition? Look, came down, 1 bottom, there's the neckline, double bottom. Double bottom traditionally has more volume to break that neckline, and there it is, okay? And there is your fake out, the liquidity grab with the wick right there. So take a picture, a screenshot, do whatever the hell you want to do. But this should be a setup like in your playbook. You should be looking at this. And I can do the opposite one with an M pattern. It's the same thing. The M pattern has a resistance, right? So let me just get you guys on the same page as me. It comes up, right? Maybe it fakes out, comes back down, closes, and then retests it, and then there's your drop, okay? So that's what we got to look for. That's why I set alerts at these locations, and I wait and I watch for those setups. So look, I know gold is nowhere near 3925, but look at what I'm doing. Right click, add an alert, like so, created it. And is there a zone below it? Yes. How do I know that? Because look at this big bullish ignited candle, engulfing that closed above. Look at the cut line is 50%. So I know that that's a point of control candle. I could go a little bit above and a little bit below, and there's my green zone, right? And stretch it into the future. There's my next zone, right? And then there's points of interest as well. There's a point of interest. There's a point of interest. So it all depends on your particular time frame of trading. Okay, sorry for all of that education, but education is knowledge. Education can help you in these markets and get smarter financially and make better decisions while you're trading. I know it's a lot of repetitive shit I always talk about, but it's good reminder to those that want to become great, consistent, profitable traders day in and day out. Okay, so let's now figure out what's going on. Let's just go off of this bounce where we came up to the red, then it came down. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. There, it stopped. There's my pivot. Let's draw a yellow line right there. 45.20. It bounced back up, came up. There's a wick, 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 wick. There's two bodies. Another yellow line. See how now I'm consolidating the volume a little bit more into here? So again, at that yellow line, I can add an alert. At this yellow line, I can add an alert. We'll probably get alerted today if it comes back up. And let's continue looking here. This candle, big bearish candle. Okay, it's not a structural bar because it did not close below all of this. If it closed below where it was at the lowest point and closed below there, that would definitely be a great candle to figure out the point of control. However, any candle with volume, you can still cut it in half. So if I was to cut it in half, it's right there, open, close, cut in half, and it's right around a nice psychological number, blocking the market, 4,600. So you can see when it came up on Monday this week, it came up on Tuesday, it rejected, and it came up again today, and it's lower highs, lower high, below 50%. Downtrend coming down. Now we're just look at barcoding, blue, black, blue, black. So they could continue to push this down, and gold is dropping. Trading is repetition. Yes, it's absolute. It's routine. It should be the same shit over and over and over and over every day. If you see that you're moving away from your routine, then you know something is up with your trading. But yes, good observation. Trading is very repetitive. That's why. When you figure it out, you're doing the same thing over and over. That's why when someone says, Ron, can we do this security? Can we do this time frame? Can we do this session? I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I have the confidence to do what I'm doing at any time of the day, any session, any security, any time frame, because I'm looking for the same shit. Candlesticks have the same characteristics. They all have an open, a high, a low, a close, and they got bullish and bearish volume. Some have big body candles. Those are your real body candles where you can do some good point of control analysis. Then you got your thin body indecision candles. Those are the candles you stay away from. Those are your sideways candle. Those are your ranging. That's when the market is accumulating. Maybe lower your risk when you're trading, avoid trading at that time, and then trade a nice trending market. That's it. It's just keep it simple, guys. Stop overcomplicating this shit. It will make your life much easier, okay? So what we got to do now is figure out what's going on this week. Here we are. Monday came down, back up, closed. Right up there. Tuesday we came up bullish, back down, new lower low, closed. Yesterday we opened, new lower low, and with new lower lows we can continue to push down. And then when you look above, we got lower highs. So that is a bear trend. Okay, we came back up and closed bullish. Now let's continue with our closing and opening price of yesterday. There's our close and there's our open. Sorry, wrong line. Let me get my yellow tape. Okay, there it is. There's my yellow close, 45, 44, 45. And then there was my open. So today was initially bullish. It was blue, 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 blue. It came up to that body and just peeked its head up, but could not do its job and fill the wick. Remember what I tell you, candles have jobs to do every day, just like you and I. We got to go to work every day and do our job, just like here. So did this candle do its job? It started to do its job, but then it said, I'm going home today. I can't finish this. So it started blue, 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 but it did not continue to backfill that wick and continue to make a new higher high. So I know that candle failed to do its job so far. It hasn't closed yet, but it failed right there. So that's my highest point of the day. I illustrate my highs and lows of the day with a purple line. So I know that that's a significant high and low. It's not just a point of interest. Okay. So it's 45.70 rejected. It's lower than there, below 50%. Now the sellers step back in, take it to the opening price, and they flip the candle bearish. So they flipped the entire momentum of that blue volume to start the day. And then the candle came where it was full of sellers, black, 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 black. And you see when we came down close to the opening price of this blue candle yesterday, we have a low printed. It's right there. There's my purple low. 44.90, and you see it's a higher low technically from that volume, and it's a higher low from the wick. Okay, so I can mark my yesterday's wick with a point of interest. It's fresh in the market. It's 44.50, psychological number. So far we're getting a little bounce of some buyers right now, but we still have a big black candle, and we have 3 days of accumulation right here. 3 days of accumulation where there's buyers and sellers, and we're going nowhere on the market. We're just trading sideways. So it's black, blue, black. We might stay in this zone for today and tomorrow, and maybe move out next week or move out tomorrow. So we got sellers, buyers, sellers. So 3 options. This is what I call the sniper, trap, and gap. We're either going to stay in this trapped volume zone where it goes down black, comes back up blue, goes down black, maybe we'll come back up blue, maybe trade black. Inside here, you can do this for all time frames, anything. That's what I call the sniper, trap, and gap. We trap the volume and we wait for the accumulation to redistribute the gap. What I mean by that is there's only 2 other options where the volume can go. If it's continuing to accumulate here, we're smart. We know that there's sellers selling and buyers buying, sellers selling and buyers buying. Eventually, one party is going to win and one party is going to lose. That's trading in a nutshell. When you win in a trade, someone lost. When you lose in a trade, somebody won. So someone's going to win here. The buyers are going to win or the sellers are going to win. We don't know yet, okay? If you're following the trend, it looks like sellers are pushing it down, but buyers could come back up here, close it with blue volume, come back and retest, and it looks like they've accumulated more to continue to take it back up there. That's an option. It's not there yet. Another option is the sellers are accumulating right now. They might be able to close it below here, and then when it comes back up here, this might be resistance, and then the offers come in and take it down to our green zone, okay? Very simple. And this can be 5-minute candles, that can be 1-minute candles. In this situation, they are daily candles. Okay, so you can see in daily, we can consolidate for multi-days, we can accumulate for a week, we can accumulate for a month before the market decides to redistribute the volume. Okay, now final thing I look at is overall pattern of this entire zone. So if I'm trying to pick a side here, I see sellers were in control there. That was one bottom. The buyers brought it back up, but they failed to take it through there. So there's our resistance, neckline, supply, offers, whatever you want to call it. Then it came back down. So you see right there, the sellers had a chance to bring it back down there and transact in that green box, but the buyers stepped in with the higher low right here and came back up. But when they came back up there with that higher low support, they should have had a high probability to break that red zone and take it up, and they failed. Then the seller said, we are coming in and we're offering right here, and that's a lower high. And they now have the momentum because look, they broke this low support and we're trading right here. So they're getting it close to this green zone, but the buyers are now yesterday stepped in and kind of negated that from happening. So we're still inside here. So it could definitely, if the buyers close it above here, we can move our way and try and get back up here. But sellers look like they have the control where if they close it below, maybe tomorrow or next week early, we're revisiting this green zone. And you guys know what could happen there because I already showed you the 3 potential options. Okay, so daily analysis is done. I'm going to now dissect today's daily candle, maybe yesterday's, on the hourly. I want to figure out when the hourly volume came through here. Where was the bigger volume? So this is now hourly candles. You see, it's the same shit. They got candles, they got structure, they have big body candles. That's a big body candle. Look at, I can see the retracement right into half, point of control, and continue push down. Here's a big, massive blue body. This was Wednesday at 10 a.m. Now look, we are now trading into the point of control of this big blue candle. Remember I said that day when we were trading it, we were waiting for the pullback. We were trading this. This was the post-New York session, 11-12, right? Now look at how many hours later it took to come back into the point of control. Count: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 hours. 24 hours is one entire daily candle. And it took to come back and retrace in here. So let's figure out that hourly point of control. Why? Because that's a massive volume-based candle and it closed above all of this structure to the left, okay? So one thing I do with these type of candles is figure out the point of control. Opening price, closing price. I use my Fibonacci tool for this. There's the 0.5. There's my 382 and 618. That's what I'm looking at. So for hourly, I use a white line right at the 0.5, just like a scope on a gun. That's what you're looking for. Like, that's why we're called snipers, because we look for these precision entries right there. Okay, so you see the 50% is right there. You see the volume currently is above it, but we're just barcoding black, blue, black, lots of wicks. So we're in this consolidated range right in that bullish point of control. Now I want the entire control zone, not just 50%. So I mark it green to illustrate that it was bullish. Now look, I'm stretching it into the future, waiting for it to come in here, waiting for it to come in there. It didn't. There was the first tap right there at London, 3 a.m. Eastern. London tapped it and broke out. If you were up for London and you had an alert there, and maybe you waited for the close and you caught that buy on the next candle, maybe you hit your daily goal. That candle, measure it so you know. Trading is a game where you wait to get paid. If you bought that candle on the next candle, that's almost a $20 candle in 1 hour, 4 a.m. That's 200 pips. If I woke up at 3 a.m. and that would be my daily goal. And if you waited for the extension, you got it, maybe 250 pips. But you see, we're at that daily point of interest, and that yellow line is stronger than a white line. Now, look at, I'm now bringing it back in. I see we came back down, 6 a.m., right in there, closed in it. Then we came back up, lower high. Came back in 8 a.m. That's Comex. Some North American weekly unemployment news. 9 right here. This was 9 a.m. Wall Street. Look at the big, like the range. It opened right here, bearish, came down. That's what printed the lowest point of the day. And we bounced off of there. So we're still holding that hourly volume right there. We're still holding that big wick, still holding this structure. So it came right back into the zone, broke out, but see what we're having on the hourly? We're having difficulty breaking this yellow daily line right here, 45.20. There's a wick, a wick, a wick. It's already tried 3 attempts today and failed. Then the sellers came in and closed it right there. Then again, we opened 10 a.m. blue, came up, but did not do its job. Did not fill that wick to continue to go. Then the sellers came in. The sellers didn't do their job to fill that wick and drop it lower. Then it's buying right in. Look at the volume. We're just sitting in the green point of control where buyers and sellers are fighting it out. So same situation, what I just showed you on the daily. We are in here where it's going down, up, down, up. We might stay in here for this afternoon, but at some point, we're smart. They're going to redistribute this volume. If buyers accumulate more and close it, I would say above the yellow line, maybe if we retest the yellow or come back here, that's got a high probability. Buyers are waiting with the confirmation to buy it and take gold back up to that yellow line, maybe up to the daily high, right? Those, I'm giving you the options. You just got to wait for these to happen and trade with proper risk management when it happens. The other scenario is if it closes black below here, which tried, but failed. If it does get a black candle, we flip the point of control zone, we invert it red, could come back with dip buyers, then it's red, sell, fill the wick, drop, new daily low, and then we're targeting to fill that big wick right there. If you want to draw a white line, go right ahead, 44.67, place an alert there if you get there. Because if you're selling, that might be an opportunity to realize some profit because you know those buyers bought there. They could be waiting to buy again. If you're waiting for a pullback buy, that's where you could be waiting for a buy or even deeper at the yellow line if it breaks. And if you're an hourly trader, there's your hourly chart for you. What's the hourly? Now look back at the hourly pattern. What do you see? What's the hourly trend? Well, I see it's bearish. Why? just looking. There's a big bearish rally. I can see when it came back up, that right there is a lower high. It pushed for a new lower low. It came right back up right there. That's a lower high. And now we're coming right here. But look, it didn't come all the way back down for the hourly double bottom there at the daily. It's now higher low right there. And we're in that exact point of control of that big body candle. So if the buyers hold here and can close it above there, you can see we could bounce out of there and come trade right to that yellow line, maybe to the daily, maybe all the way up to there. However, if the sellers are still here, then we drop that back down to here, okay? So you see how it works? See how I did it on the daily, the hourly? Now I'm going into the lower time frames, 5 minutes, and what we're gonna watch is the 5-minute volume now, how it's consolidating in this green hourly point of control. Let's take a look. Here it is. So see the 5-minute candles? These are our scalping candles. Look at them. They are rather shitty right now. This is what I call the cluster of shit zone. See how it's just black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black. Like on the 5 minutes, you guys see what I'm saying? It could continue just go black, blue, do this shit all for a little bit longer, but we're smart. It's not going to stay in here all afternoon. If buyers accumulate more, maybe they're going to close it above here. Maybe you have a pullback and then we're going up here. Then I target my 5 minute, like right here, guys. Like look at where most of the volume was trading right there. There's your head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, big drop. And if we retrace right back in, we could be trading right back into that volume, right? That's probably, if you use a volume profile, I don't even have one on my chart, but I can tell you that there's probably a volume node there. How do I know that? Because I can see most of the volume was trading there. It's not rocket science, guys. You don't need to have all these high-tech fancy indicators to just see where the volume was trading. So if we do accumulate and break out, it's got a high probability we're going to trade back into this volume. Then you know where your target is, right? If we go opposite direction, sellers, I don't see a black candle closing below this green box. I see a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick. There was attempts, but they failed. Those are impulse moves. No black candle has been verified or confirmed to close below there. So if we do get one black closing below, if it comes back in, we're going to flip this green zone to red, maybe right there at retest, maybe inside. But if it gets rejected, then it's got a high probability we're breaking today's lowest point of the day and we're dropping down to that hourly, right? If you're more of a scalper like myself, that's a rather big move from the purple to that hourly. How do I know that? Because I use my ruler and I measure it. That's 220 pips, $22 move. Now, I'm a smart guy, just like you. I know this purple and this white line. There was 5-minute volume trading inside here at one point of the day, at one point in time, and there it is. So I can come now, verify, look back, see on Wednesday, May 20th at 10 a.m., that was the lowest point of the day, and it bounced right back up. So there's 5-minute structure. There's a target. If I go, look, just guys, look at this shit. There was a resistance, 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 liquidity grab, turn to support, and liquidity grab, support, red line, 4475. Psychological number. So you guys know when I'm trading to a target, yeah, I would love to come all the way down there, but I have to, as a scalper, respect that red line. So if I get my 100, 125 pips, I might have to pip and dip out of the market because that's where the short-term traders are waiting to buy the dip. So if I'm selling into them and I want more and I want more and I want more, it could just do this. Come right down in there, bounce off of that and come right back up. And then I just pissed away 125 pips, scratching my head saying, what did I just do? Okay. So that's what I do as a line to line, tape to tape trader, zone to zone trader, whatever the hell strategy you want to call it. I don't give a shit. Whether you trade on your computer, you trade at your trading station, or we were even talking about the shitter strategy if you trade on the toilet. I don't care where you trade. You gotta have some sort of routine. You see how boring my routine is every day? It's the same shit, different candle. That's what it is. Now, to complement your chart and make it look even more fancier, you can add some fancy indicators. EMA 9 is this green one. Look at, we're right inside it. We're right at it, okay? EMA 200 is right here. Look at, it's right positioned, right at our daily point of interest, okay? And if you want a look at a higher time frame candle without flipping charts and looking on different and having multi-charts, we've got a SST daily bar created right over here, and you can put it on whatever higher time frame candle you want. So this is showing me the 4 hour, and I know that the 4 hour opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 2 p.m. So there's 2 hours and 15 more minutes to go before this 4 hour candle closes. If I want to change it, I can go to settings right over here, and I can change the time frame right here from anything. I can put it on the daily to keep the daily, showing me the daily. Look at the daily now. So I can see where we opened up here. I can see when we hit the high of the day. I can go back and look exactly on the 5 minutes. It was right there at 2140. It was, guys, look at that. Oh, guys, this is one of my favorite moves in the market right here. Like, this is very easy right now to see, but this is a very nice look at the body. Look at the liquidity sweep, and it's your M pattern where it came up. There's your neckline. There was the spike out. Look, double top with the liquidity. There's the closing bar, and there's your entry point right there. If you guys don't see that, you need to study this setup. Okay, right here. You got to study this, because you're going to see this on all time frames, and you guys know what the opposite is on the double bottom. Okay, that should be in your playbook automatic. If you're a price action trader, there's no questions. You have to know about that setup. Okay, that's if I want to look on the daily. So then I see we came down to the lowest point of the day right there, 935, and we're coming right back up and still consolidating. So we still have bearish volume. However, we could push it up, and when we're if it pushes up, I'm not looking to flip the entire daily candle and fill the wick and drive. I'm looking to just, if I'm scalping from here to the yellow line, from the yellow line to the red line, and then back to the yellow line. And I measure those so I know exactly what I'm getting or how much I need to risk. If you don't want it on the daily or the 4 hour, if that's too large of a time frame for you, then we can go daily, 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 45 minute, 30 minute. Let's try the 30 minute today. Let's take a look at the 30 minute. Look at the 30 minute, okay? So the 30 minute candle is gonna close in 12 minutes at noon, and this is where it opened, and look, it's just trading in here. So it is accumulating, but this is horrible 5 minute price action. I wouldn't trade this. I don't give a shit. I'm not trading this inside here. I'll wait up here or down here for something, but I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole, okay? So if you guys are looking for buys and sells on the lower time frames on 5 minutes, good luck. You won't be getting it from me. Not trading this shit, okay? So what I'm going to do, guys, is go move over to NASDAQ, take a look at what NASDAQ is doing. And guys, if you learned something on that analysis, please leave us a like on YouTube. It goes a long way. It helps me. It helps the channel. It helps me to understand that you're learning something from what I'm doing here, because I'm losing my voice and I don't want to be wasting my time here. And finally, subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of analysis and live trading. If we don't get to 600 today, I won't be here tomorrow, okay? If we can't get 20 subs on today's call after 2 hours, guys, I'm not being rude, but I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be in the Zoom room. If we can't get out of 300 viewers, get 20 subs, I'm out of here. Those are, just do the math. That's horrible mathematics. So I'm doing NASDAQ now. I'm going to go faster. I'm not going to break down NASDAQ the way how I just did. Okay. So watch what I'm doing. Pay attention. Listen, learn. Let's have some fun. Okay. Look, we're in a massive bull trend. These are daily candles. These are not 5 minute candles. This started March 31st. Look at April Fools. This is not an April Fool's joke, guys. The market is really this fucking bullish right now. Okay. It's insane. NVIDIA has had a big part of this. AI, tech, quantum computing. Look at NASDAQ. Tech is leading the way. Okay. When there's uncertainty around the world, wars, pandemics, this and that, maybe a safe haven is coming into these technology securities, and it's a safe place to place your money right now. There was a little 3-day dip, but now it's coming right back up, maybe to the double top of an all-time high. So do I need to start analyzing all of this? No, I don't think NASDAQ is going to dump today all the way down there. What we need to focus on is just this particular area right here where we're consolidating. Okay, so this is my focus on this top down. So first things first, let's record this high. This is not just a normal higher high. This is an all-time high on NASDAQ, 29,700 on the dot, psychological number. I use an orange line to represent an all-time high and Donald Trump's face. So Donald Trump wears this orange makeup, so that's what I use for an all-time high. Okay, that's him driving the markets to the all-time highs. Look at the companies he's invested in lately. Disney, that was yesterday. Disney, Netflix, today $2 billion in quantum computing securities, and US is taking a stake in these publicly traded companies. So follow the money, follow the orange face. Do we have a zone at the orange line? Yes. How do I know that? I can bring it from Donald Trump's face down to those bodies right there. And I make it red so I can visualize that there's sellers there, right? There's my block. So now can I do the same for complement it with it coming down? Yes, there was a pivot right there, right? I'm not going to use Donald Trump's face there. This is a normal yellow, right? And then there's a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick, and a body right there. So there's my green zone. Look how easy this shit is. I'm telling you guys, my daughter is almost going to be 10 in July, and she comes on the computer and she does this. That's why she got rid of my pathway. She was probably getting ready to do my trading for the day. Guys, when you've made it, you're going to get your 9-year-old doing your trading for you. She is my financial assistant. She's my financial advisor. When I take a trade, I go through her first. So she tells me, she gets this thing and she tells me, I tell her, do we sell or do we buy? I beg her, sell or buy. And she says to me, stop begging me for sell and buy. She goes to me, don't you want to learn how to trade? I go, yeah, but how? She goes, look, we're just going up and we're coming back down to the green blocks. And then we're going back up to the red one. And then she goes, oh, that's 2 times up there. We might come down. But then when it comes down here, it might go back up. So I go, what is that? She goes, we're just going sideways. I go, should we sell or buy? She goes, stop annoying me. She goes, we need to wait for confirmation. She goes, I got to wait for a blue candle to close up here so I can change this one green so we can do that. Or she goes, I got to wait for a black one to come down here and make this one red so we can do that. So that's, no, I'm serious, guys, not stop the cap. Guys, I'll bring her on here. Soon when I'm done with YouTube, she'll be taking over the channel. She'll be teaching you guys very, very soon. She's shy right now, but don't worry. She'll be here teaching you guys. She's a better trader than me, and she understands risk management better than me, and she's more patient. But she loves drawing. We also use these emojis over here. This is a bear she puts in the red box, and she puts this. This is the cluster of shit zone, so we use that. And we also use the bull. Where's the bull? Where did she put it? We had a bull. Yeah, this is the Donald Trump all-time high zone. We had a bull here. Where did it go? That's a pig. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is what we do. Teach your kids, guys. You can, TradingView, you can have a lot of fun. I'm serious with your kids. With these emojis, teaching them zones. Don't teach them the cluster of shit zone, but she likes the poo emoji. Okay, now, you see, we are consolidating on the daily. It's a big bull flag building, right? Are we going to continue? Look at today. It's just a inside bar, it's mixed reaction, it's indecision. There was buying, selling, buying, and we're right back to the opening balance. Okay, and now let's continue to do what we do here. Is there any points of interest now inside these red and green blocks? Yes. You see when we came up right here, we came back down. There's a body close. Look now, guys, pay attention. Now I'm not fooling around. I'm not playing games. Look when it came down there. It closed right there. It opened right there, right? Look into the future. We bounced off of there on Friday. Look at even this spin top shit candle, guys. I'm zooming in so you guys can see. Like, look at this shitty volume. It still cuts it in half. Though that close of the body and that opening of the body. Like, I'm not making this up, okay? And look at today. Guys, look at this volume-based candle yesterday, okay? This is confirmed close. This is how you learn how to trade. Grab your Fibonacci tool And look, then you're going to see what static lines, what Dave and I are preaching every single day. And look, opening balance, the closing balance. Look at where the 50% is. Like this yellow line is right there. It's right there, okay? I'm going to keep it there, but I'm going to show you it's illustrating like a point of control of this. If you were to do this and you find the buffering zone, it's right there. Okay, of that candle. I know it's not a structural candle, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. If it was a structural candle, it would have closed above everything, but it did close above this and this. It is still an engulfing candle. It engulfed this and this. So it's still important. Look at today's lowest point of the day. It's right there, right at this exact location of these bodies, okay? So if you had an alert there, you could have bought today's lowest point or been alerted of it, right? Okay, so now I'm following yesterday's volume. Remember we had NVIDIA's earnings, okay? We're doing NASDAQ now. So it opened briefly bearish, higher low, came back and it engulfed, went into NVIDIA's earnings, made the highest point of the day and closed. And look at today. We're right back at our opening position, okay? There's our close and there's our open. Look, you can't even see it. We're right at it, 29,210. It was initially it's hard to say. It was initially bullish, bullish coming up, making a high of the day right there. But you see, it did its job to fill these wicks, but there's a big red zone above us. So that's our high of the day, purple line. It got rejected up there, 29,000, just below 29,400, and got rejected back down to the opening balance. Then sellers flipped the candle black, where we came down to right there, body and a body. That's our lowest point of the day. So I'm just changing it purple. And we came right back up where we are now at the opening balance. So this afternoon, are we going to see blue volume continue to fill the wick and get to the highest point and break out? If we do, we're trading in the red block, and we do have two bodies right there that we should be paying attention to. 29,610, yellow line. I add an alert if we get there. And if we get there, we are just 90 points away from the all-time high right up here. Okay, so we're very, very close to if we come up there. However, we might just come back down black. And we got to figure out where today's daily candle is going to close. It's not the greatest candle right now, okay? We're still inside here. So we might need another week of accumulation before we get the new all-time high, or if we start breaking down. But this is what we got so far, okay? And then when I'm looking at the overall pattern, it's a massive bullish rally. Came up there. There's our top. Came back down. You guys know this. We're coming back up. Did it break for a new continued trend? No. Did it do a double top? Not yet. That's a lower high. But did we come down and break this? Not yet. Okay. Did it do that and come down? Not yet. So this block is holding it still right there. And that's why it's such shitty trading volume today. It's because look at the daily candle. Now hourly. Let's see where hourly is moving. Where did all this volume come in from? Okay. Started right there. 10 a.m. yesterday. Bullish. Right there. There was NVIDIA's earnings, close of the market. Okay. There was sell-off. 4 p.m. New daily candle open. Then we came back up midnight. Here's London market right there. London came down back up. So I can see 4 a.m. hit the highest point of the day and we came right back down. And look at the hourly candles. Choppy. Black, blue, black, came back up. That was black, came back up blue. So, you know, hourly candles are consolidating as well on NASDAQ. Not doing much, just inside here. Again, if I was an hourly trader, I wouldn't be looking to trade this. I would be waiting for more blue volume to close above here or black volume to close below here. So we're not really doing anything on the hourly as of yet. Choppy market. 5 minutes, probably chop fest as well. Yeah, this is horrible, okay? If you want to make a little sense of this on the 5 minutes, we do have this 5-minute top right up there where it did try to break above and failed. Where did it fail? This big black candle right here, 6:25 a.m. That is a structural bar. It did close below a daily yellow line. So if I just bring this line back and I cut it in half, you can clearly see. I know it's easy now to see it, but this was really easy to see this big black candle today. It wasn't difficult to see that. And you could have cut it in half. You could have found the point of control. And you see when it came right in there, it got rejected back down. It came right back up again. Did it tap in there? No. So I know 5 minutes have a lower high currently, but it is building from here. Higher from the lowest point of the day, higher low, and continue to push up. So even if I was to see this blue candle, cut it in half, see how I'm consolidating now the 5-minute volume? Look at the psychological number, 29,150, cutting that blue bar in half. This red line is 29,250. So even if I was wanting to just enclose these two red lines on the 5 minutes, I could be waiting for it just to continue to accumulate in here maybe. I could be waiting for it to close above here, maybe retest this and drive into that volume right there, maybe potentially the daily high. Or we're going to see it close below here and then come down to the lowest point of the day and maybe see it break down. Okay. But right now it's momentarily bullish on the lower 5-minute time frame, how it's trending up. If you want to draw a fancy trend line, like from here, see it is ascending, right? But we have this flat top. So it's an ascending triangle, okay? So it could technically break out bullish, but on impulse or on confirmed volume, okay? Gold is moving. So let me just finish off with some fancy indicators. 9 is the green line, we're above it. 200, we're right at the 200 and the 9 EMA. And then our daily bar, I believe we're gonna keep it on the 30-minute today. I believe we have gold on the 30. Let's take a look on the 30. Okay, so I got now the 30-minute bar, which just opened right now. It's noon. Okay, so we got NASDAQ and we got gold. Okay, gold is making an impulse move right now at noon. New hourly volume, new hourly momentum. This candle is going to close in 2.5 minutes. So if you're not already in, I'm not in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check my spreads just in case I'm looking to entertain a trade. I was trading NASDAQ earlier. Let me go to gold. Let me just switch up a lot size because, again, I was trading a different security earlier. Okay, so I'm not going to trade this candle right now. I'm going to wait for it to officially close, okay? So look at the way how it opened, okay? How did it open? It opened bullish, ignited. Look, it just opened and it did not pull back anything. Just filled those two equal high wicks, continued to do its job, backfilling this wick and getting all the way up to almost filling these two wicks right over here. And you can see that there is a 5-minute resistance at the yellow line right there. See that? The body's red. That wick hit it. Those wicks impulsively broke above it. And we just hit it again, okay? And that's where the 200 EMA is. So we'll see if that's our big neckline right there. And it's a daily point of interest at 45.20, okay? And right now it got rejected, but it's still building. So with this volume with 60 seconds to go, can it at least close above this green box? Will it close above this wick? Because if it closes above this wick, it could momentarily make this resistance right here, short-term support, even on the next bar. If it closes like this and comes down to retest, it could utilize this red line to catch a wick and continue to fill. So I mark that. I'm a scalper. So I mark everything that I see on the particular time frame I'm trading. I know for some of you guys who are swing trading gold, you don't give a shit about this. It doesn't mean anything to you. But to a scalper, that's 30, 40 pips. Right? From the red, what that fill is, 30 pips. I just want to show you to see if it will be valid from resistance to support if we close above. Maybe we'll see it hold, maybe we'll see it not hold. And then maybe it will turn to resistance on the next candle. But let's just watch and see. Let the market do its thing, let the volume do its thing, and let's see what's happening. Okay, so did it close above that wick? Yes. So if it comes down, let's see now, will it catch a wick and utilize this as support to continue to backfill and do its job and fill that wick and break out higher? That's a pretty big wick to fill. It's not a small one like these two down here. Okay, so it's going to take more volume and more effort to fill that wick there. Okay, so it is blue in this situation, coming back up. So it is utilizing it as support currently. And this is the opening of a 30-minute candle as well. I'm going to read that. The Nollywood Movies Fire. That's the YouTube name, whatever. The comment is, I didn't know to do a top-down analysis, but for the past 2 months, I have become an animal in following the candles one by one. In our native language, we say, Mimi in Miyama, meaning I'm an animal. Yes, you're going to become an animal at scalping candles. When you do a top-down analysis, you place alerts and you respect your alerts, and just look for your clues, right? We're all going to become animals at reading price action, okay? That's funny. Alex, gold is breaking out of the shit zone. Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is the true test up here. Okay. It broke through this little consolidation, but again, you can see where it was trading up here, came back down, traded in there, back down, traded in there, back down. Now we're coming back into this. So let's see if we get some blue volume, maybe close above here. And I can be waiting for pullbacks back down into here. Okay. So if you don't feel comfortable buying impulse highs or the highest points, then if it gives us some type, maybe we wait for a pullback to come back down to this bullish ignited candle that started, or maybe the white line. Okay. I don't know if it will happen on our call, on our session. I don't know, but I'm entertaining buying a pullback if we do close above here. Very bullish. Do we have any news going on causing this, or is it just the buyers accumulating this volume, breaking it out? NASDAQ right here is also, building to potentially test to break out of this neckline. Let me just find a red zone, the point of control of the black candle, just so we can be a little bit more accurate here. Okay, I'm just going to drag this down to 0.5. Just so we know where's the bigger resistance for NASDAQ. There we go, okay? Looks very similar, NASDAQ and gold, both ascending, red block top, gold, red block top, ascending, okay? So we have maybe a potential impulse move. And then when I look, there's a big black candle that just fell at 625. So it could fill that. There's no traffic to the left, right? When I'm looking where there was a pivot on the 5 minutes, it was right there. Look, there's a wick, a body, and a wick. Then you just have this big black candle that just dropped. So even if it fills up blue, watch guys, if you're long on gold and you're in buys, if it fills this zone right up to that red line, that's an additional 80 pip fill, but then it's coming to the structure. Right there's a wick, a body, and a wick. That was support. That big black candle that just dropped, that could be the resistance right there. So it could, if we close above here, a couple more candles could fill that big black candle. But then when it gets to that red line at 45.28, you have to respect that, okay? Because just respecting structure, it's showing you there. That was the head and shoulder pattern. That was the left shoulder, the head, right shoulder, big drop. If it comes back up there, that could be, again, the shoulder of resistance, keeping price down, okay? I'll get rid of that one because this is the one we should be focusing on. Big bullish move. Is anyone in buys? Trump is speaking right now? Oh, okay. Let me see. Guys, I didn't know Trump was speaking right now. Anytime that guy talks, I'm not getting any remarks coming in over here on Financial Juice, so I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay, so question is, did we close above? We closed above that body, not above the daily point of interest. So momentarily, if you want to make it green, you can. Okay, let's see if it continues to hold. If you're in buys, now we just closed at that 200 EMA. Okay, so this is where volume is coming in. See the big black candle drop right into 50% of the candle. Let's see if it holds a wick and continues to build and maybe break out of here. If it closes black below, again, I'm going to flip this zone red again, okay? And then it could build its way down. If we're waiting for pullbacks, we could be waiting maybe for a pullback right here at the open of this body, 45.15, maybe at the open of this would be deeper, 45.12 at the open of this big bullish ignited candle that started the whole move at noon. Okay, so you can see, guys, and if you're in the money, if you're in the profit, like you gotta kind of, I'll make it red again so you guys can see what I'm saying. Like there it got rejected, 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 rejected. So, but came down, holding, still strong. Let's wait for this body to potentially close. Okay, NASDAQ getting rejected right here as well. Trump is defending the ballroom and a 1.7 billion IRS slush fund. Okay, thanks, Tony. Guys on YouTube, if you're having fun, subscribe to this channel. 9 more, and I'll be here tomorrow if we get to 97,600. Phantom, can I send the charts for gold and NASDAQ, please? Yes, no problem. 1 second. Let me just do it right over here. Gold, I'll do gold first. In Discord, I'll send them in Discord or in Zoom. Where do you want them? I'll send both. Okay, here's in Zoom. Okay, in Zoom, there should be gold and NASDAQ. There's NASDAQ. There should be 2 links there, Phantom. I can send them to in Discord. So which one did I just grab? I just grabbed, I think it was 1 second. I'm just sending this. I'll send them to Discord too. So in the gold, I'm in the gold commodities. Yeah. Okay, so there's one in the Discord in gold. There it is. And I'll send one in indices in a second. Perfect. Okay, so we got, if you guys want them, they're there, available in the Discord and on the Zoom. David, you caught 70 pips on a gold sell. Nice, nice, nice. Good job. Oh, that was earlier. 8:30. Okay, so NASDAQ came up there, coming down. Let's see now if it's an M pattern closing below this daily point of interest. So what I mean, like an M pattern, if I grab my pathway, it came up. There's the neckline, what we got to close below. Came back up. I know it's a little higher, but that's what we could be looking for. Close below, maybe retest, and then start breaking that trend and dropping. If NASDAQ is going to continue to push down. But if it comes down and gets a wick, it might continue to build to break out of here. So NASDAQ is making a move, and gold, same shit, okay? Came right up to this 200 EMA, daily point of interest, and it's got a big black candle, okay? So that's why, guys, if you're in the money, that's why you got to trade. Like, just looked in the past. There it came up, got rejected. There it came in again, equal highs, and then dropped. There it came in, dropped. There it came in, dropped, right? We came in again, and it's dropping. So I know if you're in buys, we want more, and we want more. Obviously, everyone wants that as a trader. I don't think there's one trader you're going to meet that takes a trade and doesn't want to make money or doesn't want to make more money, okay? But at some point, if you're going to spend some time and analyze the charts, at least maybe start to respect the zones that you've identified, the points of interest, and have a plan up there. Like, you don't have to close the entire trade, but if you secure a little bit of profit, you move your stop loss to maybe reduce your risk. You're doing what a trader should be doing, right? You're not guessing. You're not just praying for it to continue to go up. We're at a daily point of interest, 45.20. It's telling us. It told us right here at 7 a.m. It did not break above. It told us right here at 7:20. It did not break above. It told us right here at 10 after 8. It did not break above. It told us right here 2 times at 9:50 and 9:55 going into 10 a.m. It did not break above. And it just told us right there at 12:05 that it did not break above. That's why I trade to these lines, right? Phantom, can I send the charts live? What do you mean by send the charts live? Tell me how to do it. What's sending the charts live? If you show me how to do it or tell me how to do it, I'll do it. See, when I go to the camera, it says download image, copy link. Which one do you want me to click on for you? I've done it before. I can't remember. I smoke a lot of weed, Phantom. I can barely remember what I said yesterday. You don't know yourself. If anyone can help us, help myself and Phantom, how do you send the charts live from TradingView? Copy image. Copy image? Okay, let's try that. Copy image. See if that one works in the Zoom. Should be of gold. Is it live? See? Okay. Okay. CC. CC, senor? No, that's a picture. I don't know. Copy link. That's what I did earlier. Maybe my TradingView is not set up for live charts for you guys. I have no idea. Share idea. Okay. Share layout. Share idea. Where's share idea? I don't know, guys. Under your name. Oh, share layout. Share layout. Copy link. No, we did copy link. Let's try again. Another link. Try that one. Is that one live? I think that's a different one. That might be the live one. Yes. Okay, we got it. Perfect. You see, Ron will learn something new, just like we'll learn something new. There it is. So we go to, for anyone that wants to share a live link on TradingView, go under your name right here where it says Sniper Ronnie and copy link. There it is. Okay. You see, you guys are going to teach an old dog tricks too. I'll teach you about a candlestick. You guys teach me about sharing links. We got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you to YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Just because you guys did that, I'm going to be here tomorrow with you guys. Thank you to YouTube. I appreciate you guys. You see, you help me, I help you. We'll be here tomorrow. Check our schedule right here, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow for a Freaky Friday show, 11 a.m. tomorrow, okay? We'll do a post-New York. Okay, so gold is now continuing to build in here. We are in a nice little consolidated flag at this daily. So we could continue to flag and break out bullish. Okay, so look at our 209 EMA are kind of maybe diverging together in here. NASDAQ is now starting. This was the exact kind of setup we had yesterday to sell down. I actually like it. And let me just check my spreads here. 1 second. Fix that 0.8. Okay, so it's coming back up. I might be looking to short NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in on a sell to come try for maybe the down in here. I'm going to go in. This was the exact same setup we had yesterday where it came up, back down, retested the daily yellow line, and I went in a sell. Okay, so I'm in a sell. I'm just going to place my stop loss above the red zone, and I'm in a sell on NASDAQ. Okay. Want to see if it can continue to push down. Maybe to trade into there would be about 40, 50 pips into there. And maybe if we can get it down in there. So I'm testing out a sell on NASDAQ. I like the move here where it tested there. There is a little bit of resistance right there, right? So it came in, fake out, closed. Retested this. Yeah, maybe I went in a little early, but we still have the 200 and the 9 EMAs sitting there. So if we can flip our 30-minute candle, we might start to get some black volume pushing down, okay? So I'm in a sell on NASDAQ. Gold, gold is, look, just watch, barcoding, blue, black, blue, black. If it breaks down here, it could retrace down in here, but it's still holding higher, low. So it's still building where gold could be bullish through here, okay? Just in this trade on NASDAQ. So maybe the 30 candle can flip, turn to a nice shooting star, and maybe we can just start to travel back down into here, test this trend line and break it maybe potentially. I'm in a trade, Alex. Yeah, I just right now sold NASDAQ. I like this type of setup where it came in, back down. That candle closed bullish, but then you see bearish ignited, came right back down. So a little faked out the buyers there at the top of the zone. And then it opened, retested the daily yellow point of interest, pushed down for the new lower low. And we've retested, we're holding a wick lower high at the 200 in the 9 EMA, but want to see more black volume really like break through here. We're not there yet, but I'm seeing if this 30-minute candle can turn into a shooting star in the next 8 minutes before we get a new 30-minute candle and just kind of cut right through here. Okay, so and again, guys, we got lower lows, we got some lower highs, so we just got to follow the volume. It's good push down, but you know, it depends if you're scalping. That's 25 pips. I don't think any of you guys are just looking for 25. I normally, that's a bar. I grab my 25, pip and dip sometimes, but let's see if we can get what we're looking for. At least to this red line, that would be about 40 pips. There we go. Good. See how the 30-minute candle is pushing down, shooting star? That's exactly what I was just explaining. So I'm reducing my risk to now that yellow line right there. Oh, that hit a target. I should be doing something on these calls. Okay, so I took my stop loss. It's hard to explain and do all this shit all at once. So I took my stop loss from up here now, top of the red box. It's broke down. I'm in the money. So I'm just reduced my risk just above the yellow line. Okay. But you see, guys, scalping can, you know, you could walk into a trade if you just know what you're looking for. And see how it came and tapped my red line. See, again, I made a mistake right there. I should have accepted 40 pips of profit. Right there, right where we marked 50% of that blue candle. That psychological number, 29,150. So we got 60 seconds to go into the close. It broke down. So we do have a break of that trend line. We did get down there. We did test. So now we got to, if we're still holding it, we still got to follow the volume, okay? But one thing I did was I reduced my risk. So I substantially lowered my risk from above there of 50 pips, okay? That's not bad, okay? I only have in this trade is, if I do get stopped out currently, is 20 pips, which is nothing. 20 pips is nothing. I know, I should have taken 80% down there. But I was explaining what's going on. It's hard to explain, trade, move my orders, all of that. It's a lot of multitasking, but it is what it is. We're here to educate. Okay, so here's the close. Is it going to close with some black volume? Okay, so it's not a structural bar, like it didn't close below this. But we did close black. So even if I was just to cut it in half, right? We do have a retest at the halfway, but it is a big wick to fill. It's not a short wick. So we need more of the 30-minute volume to continue to push down. The 30-minute volume candle looks like a bearish spin top as well, but we still have 4.5 minutes to go. So it might come back up blue. It might come back down black. Maybe are we going to get continuation going into the next 30-minute candle if we're still live in the trade? But the next point we want to break is that red line. Can we get black volume close below? If we do, then our next target would be to come down to those bodies right down there. 29,115, that would be about 75 pips down there. Okay, so we did get the retest. You see 50% of the volume, and we're starting to push down. But it's got to backfill that wick. It's a larger wick. It's not a short wick. Gold. Gold is still consolidating, guys. Still consolidating, but it's pushing down. It's trying to push down. Guys, hit the likes on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you guys like this, what we do here. 2 more. Come on. 2 more subs. Let's do this. Let's get us to 600 psychological. It'll bring us luck into this trade. We need a little luck here. We got to get lucky in trading as well. Bring us good luck. Those 2 subscribers will bring us to profit. Come on. Do you guys have any questions about my entry? Hopefully I explained it properly. You know, it was very, very similar to yesterday's setup. I just don't like that I didn't do anything at that red line. That's my critique of myself. Okay, so it came down, higher low, coming right back up, retested that red line. Count how many times we've retested that red line now. That's 2 times. Okay, so it could be like a double top within a candle bar prior to closing with 2 more minutes. It did push down, but buyers are still buying it. So we got this bullish pin bar situation right now, where if it breaks above here, it could come up to my opening where I took the sell, but right back, more importantly, to the opening of that black candle. So I do have a 20 pips of stop loss, not bad, for a good reward if we can get it down here. So it tested again, back down to the opening balance, now pushing down with some black volume. So let's see if this 30-minute can come down in the next 90 seconds going into the close. And I'm going to make something clear to everybody. We're going into a new 30-minute candle. It's a higher time frame from a 5-minute, and we might have momentum that switches and it's not breaking down, so we might have a blue leg that potentially comes up this 30 minutes. That could potentially put us back in drawdown, maybe stop me out of the trade. However, it could be sometimes a bearish ignited candle will open and continue to push down. So let's see what happens here. Can you look for a re-entry? Yes, but I would wait for 12:30 to start. I wouldn't enter now. Not 1 minute before a new 30-minute candle is about to open. Okay, so we got 30 seconds. Pay attention to the last 30 seconds of a candle as well. I always say this. It can show the momentum going into the close. Reduce stop loss to break even right now. It's okay. I'm okay with 20 pip stop loss. It's nothing. If I go to a break even right now, the first candle at 12:30 could stop me out. I'm okay. I'm okay with that stop loss. No worries. But thank you for looking out. I appreciate you. It's not break even time yet unless we can break this fill that wick and drop down there. Then it's break even time for me. If you want to go to break even, you gotta. It's your account. Okay, so here we go. See how we opened the new 30-minute candle? Okay, we closed blue. They opened it bearish, coming down. So that's what I mean. This is sometimes they can open it bearish, coming down, but we gotta fill those wicks quickly with a bearish ignited candle. If we don't, it's got the higher low and it will flip back up. That's a short wick to fill. Then it is right back to, if you have a break even, you have a high probability of getting tapped out at break even. If we can keep this black volume coming down, we could continue to fill and drop because it is the new 30-minute ignited bar. Okay, so it's still there, still black. There, we just lost the opening position. See how it flipped blue? So there's a wick on it. See now how it it comes up real nice and bullish now because it flipped now. We lost our ignited open. So the buyers have taken over momentarily. So it's coming all the way back up. The 9 EMA is right where I entered the position, and it's near the opening balance of that candle. So we've got rejected so far. There's a rejection, but it's not easy to break bullish volume on a higher time frame, right? This is not just any 5-minute candle. This is the opening of a new 30-minute candle. Okay, but if we can tame it down and offer, then maybe we could bring it back down black and start to break down. Okay, so that's good rejections we're having. Again, it's a big fight at the new opening of the candle, 12:30. There's buyers and sellers fighting it out, as you can see. Be nice if we can flip this candle black and make our way back down. This could be a slight little pullback, and then we continue pushing down. Gold opening. Gold is still inside here. Okay, good flip. Again, so we flipped our candle. Okay, so that is technically still a lower high. Now we got to push to the downside. But we might get some consolidation right around here too. Okay, good bearish pin bar turning into maybe potentially a shooting star. And then candles have jobs to do. Our bearish job will be to continue to backfill that wick. If it stays inside here, lower high, higher low, they're inside bars consolidation flag for both sides. Let's go NASDAQ. I prefer trading US 30 myself, but we've been on NASDAQ because of tech lately and NVIDIA. I like the way how US 30 moves, especially for scalping. But NASDAQ is good as well. Very technical. Okay, so it's back to break even. Again, remember my stop loss is a small stop loss, just 20 pips. Okay, it was all the way above there. I reduced it when I went in the money, and I faulted myself for not respecting the red line, for taking out a percentage down there or some partials. So the market is moving back up. You go in profit, come back up, break even, maybe some drawdown, maybe we'll go back down, but we'll see here. I'm okay with losing 20 pips. But the reward would have been better down in here. Okay, but there is a rejection. There is a wick there, okay? Remember, now we're testing more the opening balance of this black candle. Okay, so there's a good rejection there so far. Gold is still building. Blue, black, blue, black, blue, still inside here, could potentially break out. However, if it closes below here, it could retrace down. And buyers, there's an hourly point of interest at 45.07 you could be waiting at. Gold is bullish. Gold is bullish. Yeah, it's bullish coming in, bullish flag. So it's got a higher probability to break out and continue breaking out of this daily position, 45.20, and potentially getting up to 45.28. But is it going to do it just on an impulse candle breaking out, or are we going to have a blue candle break out of here, close above, retest this, and get up there? But technically, it is still a little bullish. You're correct. NASDAQ has flipped as well. So it's holding the trend line. We impulsively broke below it, impulsively broke below it, impulsively, but did not close with any black volume. So before we can get to 50% here, I can see now there's a new point of interest on the 5 minutes, body, 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 forming here at 29,175. I wouldn't re-enter short right now. No, not yet. It's bullish right now because if it comes up here, see where my stop loss is? It's just above that daily position because I don't want it to close up there and use this yellow line to be support to take it back up to there, okay? So it's unnecessary risk. I feel comfortable where my stop loss is, but where I originally put it all the way up there, I don't want to give 50 pips back to the market. Okay, so if it can push down in here, close back black, then maybe we could technically break down, but it's still bullish. The 30-minute candle, it killed our momentum. We were coming down nicely, and then here's the pullback on the 30 minutes. It sucks, but it happens, especially if you're scalping or intraday trading the markets. Swing traders do not care about this, right? They're not watching this. They're holding positions on buys or sells on NASDAQ for multiple days. They don't care. They're not watching 5-minute candles, 15-minute candles, 30-minute candles. We are. So we got to go through this, okay? So we got a good rejection coming back down black, okay? So we're in this zone, black, blue, black. Like, can we continue to come down black? Okay, that's a good rejection, but closing is more important. We got a lot of time on this candle, 3 minutes, and we still have a higher low, higher low. So it's nice. It looks like a nice black candle, but we got to close at least below 50% of this blue candle or below this red line. Otherwise, it's just higher lows. The 5-minute trenches. I like that, Alex. Yep. This is the trenches of the 5 minutes in here. This is the war zone. Bodies will be lost in here, especially if you're over leveraged. Believe it or not, in this little small location, accounts get blown up by retail traders. I don't know how, but some retail traders manage to blow up accounts in small little trading consolidated zones like this. Okay, so we got a good retest up here of this 200 EMA below the yellow line. I'm more looking at the yellow point of interest, not so much the indicators. We got a nice black candle. Can we close now below the structure? This might be a structural black bar. And then that one I can find a point of control off of if you want to re-enter on a pullback, right? But we got to get the closing volume. It's easy to say, but we still have 90 seconds to go. We've flipped our 30-minute candle black down bearish. So the little pullback maybe trapped some buyers, and now we're coming down with some volume. So let's continue to do our job. Fill the wick, fill these wicks, close below this red line. And remember the target too. Also, don't forget 50% of that was 150 right there. I'll leave it off for now because we'll watch that low wick right there. 148, that's 50% of there. I'm more concerned about the close of this volume. This is going to be very important. "30 seconds. Pay attention to the last 30 seconds. Big fight between buyers and sellers right here at this location, 29,170. We've got down, up, down, okay? Following this trend coming down. Oh, that's a nasty wick. Nasty, nasty, nasty. 10 seconds going to the close. So if it does not close, look at how they're pushing it up right into the close. So when they're pushing it up right into the close, the next candle has a high probability of opening up blue ignited, okay? There it is, blue, flash black, back to blue. We didn't get the close below, okay? So we're still in this consolidated range here, black, blue, black. We're right below that trend line now. So can we continue to push down with some lower highs and go through this flag here without getting stopped out at that 20 pips? Okay, so we're trying one more time. Again, now this is a new 5-minute candle. So we got to wait 5 more minutes to see if it can close below this red line or is using as support. Oh, I hate when markets are sideways like this. I absolutely hate this shit. Oh, and gold is disgusting as well. We got the cluster of shit zone right now. This right here. We're in the cluster of shit zone. So we need sellers to start bidding down in here, down at these lows. We need more bids. We do have our offers in the market, lower high offer, lower high offer. We're below our daily point of interest. We just need sellers to start bidding down in here, which we could get if this 30-minute candle will start to push down. A lot of these buyers have their stop losses all located here. A nice big black liquidation candle would be perfect in a situation like this. And that's why I'm stressing the importance of a black candle closing below here. Because then it can start to change up the entire order flow. We're not getting it. As it came down again, that's a higher low, support. Structure is there, coming back up. So if this blue candle starts closing here, it's got a high probability it's going to come through here, fill those wicks, and I'm going to get stopped out because that's my maximum risk in this trade. Because then from there, it could start to build up and break out. Because look at the big breakout area, okay? So it's right back to where I entered, back to break even. A lot of stress, a lot of stress in this trade. But again, back to this point, resistance, pushing down black again, okay? So closing price is everything. This is just the day-to-day shit, going up and down, up and down, up and down. This is the buyers and sellers in this range, but no one is really confirming. Buyers are not confirmed up here. Sellers are not confirming down there. So we're stuck in this flag. I'm hoping it's a nice bearish flag, moving down with all of this structure that we have above us, but sellers just can't capitalize on the close. So we gotta nurse this trade. We gotta babysit it, but hopefully it can get down to our target. One more minute to go. Again, we're going to pay attention to the last 30 seconds of the close. Oh, it's a spin top indecision candle. What is this shit storm? Yeah, this is the cluster of shit zone and a shit storm we are in right now. Gold. Gold is also in a nice little shit storm. Holy. It's the time of day, guys. It's at 12:45 p.m. Eastern, from like 12 to 1 p.m. It's kind of the worst time for volume. Wall Street takes a break at this time. It's the mid-afternoon. Markets are trading sideways, not the greatest volume. It's much different than trading early 8 a.m. Eastern, Wall Street. This is tough volume. Sometimes I'm just saying to the market, just stop me out, get me out of this shit so I can go on with my day. Just take me out. Sitting here is more You get bigger headaches watching this shit. I'll verbally let you guys know when I get tapped out. There's a wick there. We're still good. It's right back to my entry. Let's see if we can get black volume below 29,200. Keep it below that psychological number. This candle opened bullish, ignited. It's a new 15-minute candle. So the buyers are still strong. They're still there, but we do still have sellers here as well. And unfortunately, we're stuck in this zone. Gold is starting to be ignited, make a move too. So gold is in a bull flag that can continue to break out of here. Look for closing volume above this yellow line. We haven't had closing volume above 45.20. So that would be big for gold. We got a nice shooting star candle back coming down. Now, can this be the liquidation bar? Can this be the first bar to close with black volume below here? Or are we just going to play this ping pong yo-yo game back and forth? It's tough, guys. If anyone says trading is easy, show them a clip of this video. Going through all of this shit. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But stick with your analysis, right? Don't over leverage your trading and see if you win, see if you lose, a break even, learn your risk management, reducing risk, learn from your wins, learn from your losses, learn from your break evens, continue to make yourself a better trader every single day. I'm not ready to take profits out yet. No way. I've been waiting. I'm stubborn now. Now I'm waiting. Now, when I get stubborn, oh man, we're going to break this wick and we're going to drop down here. I don't guarantee too many things on calls, but I'm guaranteeing this. As I say that, Rob tells me we're right at the daily point of control. Why'd you have to tell me that, Rob? Okay, 2 more minutes to go. We're filling some wicks. Sellers are doing their job. They're clocked in. They're clocked in at work right now. But let's clock out down here when we get some profit. We're at work right now. We're working, see? Trading is hard work. Oh my God, if there's another wick, and a wick, oh fuck. You might see me smash a keyboard. We haven't smashed a keyboard in a while. Maybe that'll get us a subscriber. It'll cost me $200 for a new keyboard, but 1 subscriber is, we'll take it. Here we go. Now we got the 30-minute candle is a nice shooting star. There we go. Come on. Fill. Come to daddy. Let's go. Fill that wick. Do your job. But this could also be the first black candle closing below here. And look, the cut point could be 50% exactly right here. Watch and see for yourself. When this candle closes, that could be the official cut point right there. Could be the point of control of this candle. I want it to fill this wick and break for a new low. There we go. Come on. Come to daddy. Bring these pancakes. Let's go. Let's make those buyers think about their position. Just like we thought about our drawdown, we got to make now the buyers think about their drawdown. If we fill the wick, you'll sub. Okay, guys. That's bet. If we fill that wick, you better subscribe to this channel. I'm going to add a Lambo lot sell right now. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Okay, gold, guys. Again, impulse came up blue, rejected back down. It's in the shit zone. Don't fall for the bait, okay? Don't fall for it. Wait patiently for a blue candle to close or a black candle to close. Don't play this game. The market makers are baiting you in here. Okay, look, guys. What did I tell you? The closing bar volume that's 50% right there. So I know that there's a small little red box at this location right now. Okay, if we do come back up. Okay, for those that want to use like trailing stop loss, let's go. We have an ignited bar pushing down. Nice 30-minute big candle Come on, come on. So there was just a little bit of a pullback. Let's break this and drop further. Then you can go do what you want, because down there is about a 50 pip. If we break that equal tweezer bottom low, our job's not done yet. There, job is complete. 50 pip break. I'm going to go now to a break even up 50 pips. No risk. And I'm stubborn, and my reward would be that red line at the start of these bullish candles. But I'm at a break even. Okay, so break even. Okay, we broke that. We created that lower low, but it's coming right back up. So if it flips, if we come back in here, you guys know that there's a red zone. The 9 EMA is coming down there as well. Okay, so that dropped for approximately 50 pips. Hopefully someone got something out of it. Throw the W's in the chat on partials, on lowering your risk to a break even. Just take profit. You're screaming at your phone. It's all good. It's all good. Don't, as long as my capital is not at risk, I'm okay. I want to continue to hold this with you guys. Maybe see if we can get through for a bigger move. But you see, we broke. That was 2 targets there. So 2 mistakes I made on this trade were not taking out any profit at that location. Okay. Is the market going to now punish me by coming right back up? We'll see. But that's a lesson for myself. I got to get better on these calls at taking profit. Because we're still countering a move. So you see the market buyers are waiting. They're waiting at the point of control of that big blue candle. And they're there. They're currently there. Like right there. They're there, right? I know you guys have been telling me to take profits. It's my fault. It's my fault. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. I told you I was stubborn on this trade. Sometimes you get stubborn. I appreciate you guys telling me. I promise you, if it comes back down, I will then take out 80%. Okay, but I want to show you guys, we've retested now the red block. We've retested 50% of that candle. There is a push down, but we got this bullish spin top candle inside here. So again, if we're still in the trade, we still got to wait 90 seconds for the bar to close. And gold, oh my God, gold is just nasty. Wow. But it's not going to stay in here all day. You guys know, if we get that bullish close, retest, it's driving. It could be a fake out and then come back down. But it is building. So gold looks to be breaking out bullish. I got to end the call in 5 more minutes at 1 p.m. because I do have a one-on-one with another sniper I have to get to at 1:30, and I just want to eat some lunch before that. But tomorrow, guys, join us. We'll be here at 11 a.m. Thank you guys for the subs. We appreciate you guys. Stick with me. We're still here. Another 5 more minutes to go. Hopefully, we can get it down. We can get it down. But it's got to do its retest. So far that retest is holding. There is a wick there, but there is a little bit of blue volume. So you guys know the drill. We got to continue to offer and exhaust that blue volume. That blue volume is building. And then if it holds, we got another bar that could be coming back up. But if we can exhaust this volume down, close it, maybe we'll continue to break down to the downside. Thank you guys for the W's. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for liking. I hope you guys learned a little bit about top-down analysis, adding alerts at those locations, how to identify cutting a candle in half, point of control. So you see, we close with blue volume, but we're still right below that red zone right there. So candle open black. We could have a Tetris piece where it's black inside blue and then coming back down black, 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 black. But we need the 30-minute candle to cooperate with us and keep pushing down, right? Because the 30-minute candle now is kind of undecided where it wants to go. It's back almost to the opening position where we're going into a new 1 hour candle in the next 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes. So momentum can change. Momentum can flip now. It could start to come back up bullish, or it could just pull back. I know I might get taken out at a break even, but maybe it will come up to that daily yellow line, and then big sellers are there if they're not here at this block right now offering to push it down. So I trust you guys are going to probably continue trading this afternoon, but we haven't hit that yellow line. So it's still daily point of interest resistance. And gold, oh my God, just keep extending this box. I don't think I've seen gold trade this choppy in a long, long time. Holy, it's really coiling up. Okay, guys, I'll verbally let you guys know as soon as I get tapped out at break even. There is a wick there. There's still a wick. We still have some sellers. And it was a choppy session. It was a choppy session. So if the market is giving you 30 pips, 40 pips, 50 pips, maybe take your money and move on, right? The market is not giving us 100 pips, 200 pips. So it's in a range. There's nothing that you and I can do about it. So there's still a rejection. Made an impulse move up there. Got rejected. Man, hopefully it gets rejected with that lower high. Can close back down in here. If it closes blue above here, this block turns to green. It's inverted, and then short term could continue to be coming up bullish going into the new 1 hour. I did not take partials out, guys. Yes, you guys don't need to keep reminding me. I know how I trade. I was more concerned with my stop loss, and I didn't take out partials. You don't have to keep reminding me. I know what I did wrong, but hopefully you guys did, okay? Maybe you guys did. Don't worry about me. I'll get 20 pips back, no problem, okay? I'll get 30 pips. Later this afternoon, I also scalp power hour on 1 minute candles. I have no doubt that I can go back in the market and get myself 20 pips, 30 pips, no big deal. I'm more concerned about you guys and risk management. My entire thing was to reduce the risk and ultimately get down to a break even. Then I've done my job as an educator. Whether you guys take profit or not, that's your business. I understand I didn't, and I'll get better on these calls. And watch how momentum enters, volatility enters, volume enters at the new hourly, okay? And if anything, I hope you learned something from today's call. I hope you learned something. New hourly save us? I doubt it, Alex. If it closes right near here, hourly because open bullish ignited, and boom, just fill. These are short wicks to fill, especially with hourly volume, and then it will drive right up to that daily yellow line. And that is the big resistance, the daily yellow line. I'm hanging on by a hair, hanging on by a piece of hair on my head. Soon I'm going to be bald on these calls. No more hair. It's all going to fall out. Gold 4-hour head and shoulder. Okay, so look, closed, but that's it. I'm tapped out. See, short wick, ignited bar, popping, filling the wicks, new hourly momentum. So I got stopped out at break even. Didn't take 50 pips out. And this is what happens. It sucks, but what can you do? No win, no loss, break even. I write it in my journal. Again, was the entry the problem? Not really. The problem was I didn't respect the point of control of that candle once and twice. Okay. So I have to go now in my journal and review this and write what happened. So the date and time. Today was, I don't even know the date. Thursday, what is it? May 21. What was the security? NASDAQ. What time frame did I take the trade on? 5 minutes. What time did I take the trade at? It was around 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Then I got to write up. Also, I took it during power hour lunchtime, so I can review this volume moving sideways. Was it the entry that was the issue? Not really. It didn't realize too much drawdown. Was it my stop loss was the problem? No, I originally put it above the block. As I moved into the money, I reduced it to the yellow line. Then eventually I got it to break even. My only fault, just like yesterday, was not securing any profit. Okay. That sucks because you're leaving money on the table. So I hope you guys maybe took out. That was the trade for today's session. We didn't have the greatest of volume to work with today, but no excuses. That's how the market moves. Every session is different. Every volume is different. Every day is different. I hope you guys learned something from today's call. And gold has so far a false breakout again, and wait for volume to close. If you're going to trade this garbage, I would recommend just walking away from the market this afternoon, and let's see how Friday trades tomorrow, and more importantly, going into next week. Okay, guys? I appreciate everyone on Zoom. Thank you, guys. I'm just going to go have some lunch, and then I got to get on a one-on-one in a little bit. And we appreciate you guys. Thanks everyone on YouTube, you guys as well. Thank you for liking the channel, subscribing. Hope to see you guys tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern. Join Stock Sniper Trading. There's promos, and if you want to join the premium team, and also there's a free Telegram channel pinned at the top of YouTube for all of you guys. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys. Moral of the story is take partial trades, take some profit. That's the moral of today's story and yesterday's. Maybe on Friday, we'll be more disciplined to take some money out. Okay, guys, have a great day.
Recording stopped.